guys. That's my GNS3. As you see, it's starting now. It's a latest version, if I'm not mistaken. Even though yours is not the latest version, it's not really important at the moment. You have a relatively new version. GNS3 virtual machine starts. You wait until the GNS3 VM shows here as a green, and then you minimize this thing. In my case, I will create a new project. Actually, I will call it SA init from SA initial. Okay. Now, there are several ways for you guys to install the ASA. I already downloaded for you. I already downloaded for you the files. So if you go to the shared folder, okay. First of all, the 210.260 has more thing in the beginning. We're gonna follow this. As I mentioned, guys, it's better to open it with the Notepad++ because it shows it to you more user friendly. So that's how I'm gonna open this file. I would suggest you copy this on your computer and then use it from there, right? That's one thing. The other thing. Now, once again, we installed this just you guys to be able to play with it at home, because we are not, you don't have access to the appliance, the physical appliances all the time, and you need to practice the commands. So I guess it's better to have it at home. Okay. So what we need to do once the GNS3 is open, we have two choices to do the installation. Now, the first one would be to open edit menu. We set preferences here. We work almost 90% of the time.
You want me to start back or it's okay? Like this or to start?
So we need to implement the ASA here. You already have the image you need. When you come back to this one, T09, 210-260 home lab files on the top. You go there and you're gonna find out the one which is the first one, _ ASA v992.qcode2. I intentionally put it the underscore so you guys this one to be on the top, so to catch your attention right away. So that's the file we need. So what I suggest you copy this file and put it on your desktop. Okay. So you put it on your desktop. It's less than 200 megabytes. It will be very fast, you guys. So as soon as it's copied, I'm gonna just click and rename it. I just remove the underscore. I will leave the original name of the file to be there. Okay. Then I'll open again my GNS3 and I'll go edit preferences. Okay. And after this, I will go to QEMU virtual machines under the QEMU. Okay. If you see your screen like this, either scroll down. Better is just go at the corner, one of the corners down, and just increase it until you see the new button. You click new button. Now there are two choices, but the choice of we need to choose always when we do this type of thing is to put it on the GNS3 virtual machine. The QEMU virtualization, that's why we have the virtual machine pre-installed. This guy here, that's why we have it, because we want to be able to run it from here. Okay. Otherwise, on the real machine, which is Windows, it's not always will be working properly. So I'm going to choose this one, the virtual machine, GNS3 virtual machine. I'll click next. I'll call it ASA. Okay. It's not a legacy. That's the latest version, actually, of the operating system you have. I'll do next. Now, let me show it to you guys from where I'm taking actually how to install it. So when I open this link, which is now in your document, on the top, you see the first thing what I see next to the binary of the QEMU, which I'm going to use, is to use around 2048 megabytes. So basically, I need to choose here instead of 256, 2048. Okay, that's what I need to do. Then I would click next. we're gonna use, instead of telnet, the VNC. Telnet, we're gonna switch after to it. Then we do next. Now I'm gonna choose a new image. And I'll do browse. I'll go to my desktop, wherever I put the image. It is this one, ASA V992QCall2. I'll open it. It will be downloaded now from the source. As soon as it's finished, I'll do finish. Now I need to do, as per the documentation, I need to do some more thing. I'll go a little bit down. You see, I need to open the general settings, and I need to do some settings here. So the first thing I'll do is to go to edit the general settings. Now I could change the symbol, and I'm gonna do a little bit down, and I'm gonna choose this one. It's very close to the top, you see. ASA, which it says, I'll say, okay, that's optional thing. Now, category, it's not an end device, actually it's a security device, so I'm gonna choose this. The RAM I already changed, and the VNC already changed, so this one is fine. The next thing what I need to do is to go to the network, and I need to do some more stuff here. So it says adapters, I need to come to 8. I need to change the first port name to management 0, and I need to format in this way as they show. And I'm gonna copy actually as they show here the format, because I don't wanna write it down. And I'm gonna paste it there. So basically I'll open again. I'll go to the network. I'll change the adapters to 8. I'll change here the name format, Control V, and I'm gonna have it. And the first port name was management 0, if you remember. I'm gonna do exactly what they propose us to do. Here it is. I'll go a little bit down, and it will show that I need to go to advanced settings, and I need to choose the use as a linked base virtual machine. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll do on the advanced settings. Well, it's already chosen. So I'm just gonna click OK. I will click OK, and then I'm gonna see it here in my installed appliances. If you see available appliances, a huge list of it, well, what you do, you just come here and you choose the installed appliances, and you're gonna see it. Now let's do a very simple infrastructure, so to test it. First of all, we're gonna choose the NAT cloud. We need the virtual to have an internet connection, and it will be taken by the NAT cloud from our real computer. Okay, so I just gonna click on the NAT, and I'm gonna drag and drop it in my dashboard. Now, when I prompted want to use, okay, when I'm prompted want to use, I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna choose gns3 virtual machine instead of the local machine which has this name. So I'm gonna choose the gns3 virtual machine. Okay, I'm gonna call this thing internet actually. And I'm gonna click OK, and I'll move it within the cloud, so do not bother me there. The next thing, I'm gonna use one of the Ethernet switches which are pre-installed, and I'm gonna choose again, instead of my real machine, I'm gonna choose the gns3 virtual machine. Now notice, when I do this, you see here on the virtual machine now, this drop-down menu appeared, and when I click, I'm gonna see all the appliances which I have already put it on my virtual machine. Something very interesting though, let me show it to you. If I open the Mobux term, okay, and while I'm waiting this to load, I'll open the virtual machine. I'll just click here, and you see it says the how to access this virtual machine actually, because all the images are there. You see it says IP 192.168.65.128. I'm showing you this because on your, maybe it shows something different. So what I need to do is to open the Mobux term, to do new session. Let's move this a little bit actually on the right side, so to see the information here. I'll do new session. Now, what I'm showing you now, it's not mandatory, but I'm showing you if you would like to clear one of the images, that's what you need to do. You need to come here and clean it from here. So basically, I will click SSH session, the first session. The remote host, I'm gonna put the IP address I'm seeing here, 192.168.65.128. I'll use the username of, they propose what to do. You see it says to log in using SSH gns3, so that's the username. I'm going to use gns3 as a username. Port 22 is the default one. I'm going to call this one, actually, instead of, when I click on the bookmark settings, instead of this long name, I'm going to call it gns3 virtual machine. So to know that I'm accessing the gns3 virtual machine. Okay. Well, actually, I don't need to do SSH. I need to do SFTP of this because I would like to access N2C. So I'm gonna copy this address and I'll click on the SFTP. Sorry for this. I'll paste back the same address. I'll put the same username, gns3, and I'll call it on the bookmark setting the same. Well, it's already there. And SFTP actually working on the same port as SSH. It's using SSH beneath to access the remotely through FTP to be done on remote hosts. So uploading to Linux from Windows or vice versa. Okay, I'll click OK. And now I'm expecting this to, here it is, it's open. Okay, and I'm gonna see on the right side, I see my virtual machine and it shows where I am at the moment. I'm in home, gns3. Well, if you would like to access the projects and the images as they apply, they explain you here, the last but one row, it says images and projects are located at /opt/gns3. So basically I need to come here and to click on these two dots, which will bring me up. And again, now I'm seeing the root of the folder, okay, the root of the file system. I'm gonna go to OPT. Then I'm gonna choose GNS3. Now, once for the projects I'm gonna leave, the images are more important. I'll click images. Well, I'm gonna use the QEMU images because this is the image which I just installed to see. And here it is. I already have the QCOL. That's the major file. And you see how big it is. It's 200, almost 200 megabytes. And the checksum is here, the MD5 checksum. And I have some other QEMU images. So if I would like to clean something very well, do not be anymore in the GNS3, I just come here and just, deleted it from here. That's all. Okay? So I'm showing you this as an addition, you guys, to know how to operate further. So let's proceed with this. We put it the switch. The next thing, we're gonna drag the ASA. It's already installed on the virtual machine, so it won't prompt us. Again, a switch. We're gonna drag the switch. I'm gonna choose again on the virtual machine. Here it is. And then I'm gonna drag this VPC. It's a pre-installed PC. I'm gonna choose it on the GNS3 VM. It's not really user-friendly, but it shows us very, very important information, especially for connectivity and name resolution, which we need to know. I'll change the name of the Ethernet switch 1 to SW1 as a switch 1. ISA is okay. I could change actually the name to, let's choose ASA instead. Only ASA. The Ethernet switch I'm gonna do SW2. And the PC1, I'll call PC only. So it's up to me, guys. Then I'm gonna click on this small RG45. My mouse will change to the sniper cross. I'll click here, I'll choose the only interface I have. I drag to my switch. I'll choose the first interface. Click again, choose the second interface, drag and choose, not the management interface, guys, here. Choose the gigabit Ethernet, okay, the first one. And then again, and choose the second interface, which is 0/1. The first on the Ethernet switch 2, and then from the second to the PC. Very, very simple infrastructure. If I would like to see interfaces written here for me, no problem. I just click here on this small icon ABC on the top, and I'll see all the interfaces. Basically, there are commands which will show me all of this, but it's for me much easy. It's much easier to do. Well, I could change. I'll go configure. That's kind of very, very long. I have. Let me see. I supposed to have a way to change it. For now, I'll leave it like this, and then I'll see how to change this. Okay. So I just gonna move it a little bit. If you would like to move several entities together, you just mark them like that. You put this one here. I'll do the same for this one. Actually, I'll move it a little bit like that, and I'll put this guy. Oops. I'll put this guy on the top. Okay. Just to look a little bit better, even though this guy here is too long. Okay. And my infrastructure actually is almost done. Okay. Now, so what I'm gonna do next is to start the ASA. So right click on the appliance, and then I'll navigate to start. Okay. And once it's started, I'll right click again, and I'll do console. and the console will open. Now it will go through the installation process. It will reboot after this, and after the reboot, it will go to the state of the user exec mode. Actually, I'm going to see what is shown here. I'm going to see Cisco ASA and the sign for the user exec mode as on this picture, as you see here at the bottom. That's what I'm supposed to see, and that will what will show me that everything is correctly done. So let's see. So what's happening now is after the reboot. So we expect once again to see at the end whatever they were showing. Okay. Start actually it will start the system. Here it is, Cisco ASA. I see what I supposed to see before. Okay. Now from this moment, if I would like to go to the next level, I just do enable. I'll click enter. The password is empty one, so you just click enter. Okay. The initial password. Afterwards, we could introduce our own, and we're in the Cisco ASA. Okay. Now I'll stop